So there's actually 3 ways to grow your business. One of those ways is by increasing the frequency of transaction. Now, that's a concept that I learned from my mentor, Jay Abraham, and I want to walk you through how that applies to real estate and tell you a little story on how you can grow your business specifically working with investors. If you're not working with investors, if you've never worked with investors, then this is probably one of the best markets. I recently was introduced to a concept called pandemic investing, and the minute I heard about the concept, which actually was shared with me by one of my good friends and business partners, who I would say is a savvy investor who has a lot of respect in the real estate community, he was blown away by the video that he had watched and the concept of what's going to happen with real estate investing going into the future. You know, I recently got into investing in baseball cards. This is one of my pride and joys. This is a Hank Aaron rookie card, 1954 tops. And I bought Walter Payton rookie card, but I also bought 2. For old cousin Lawrence Taylor, I had to go with the 4-pack. The reason I share those with you is because if you would have told me at Christmas time last year, if you would have said, Michael Reese, you're going to be spending $10,000, $15,000 on baseball cards, on pieces of cardboard, I'd have told you were absolutely crazy. But when I realized they were good investments, when I actually did the homework and was educated, I became a buyer. And see, in your market, there are real estate agents out there that are currently working with just the traditional buyers and sellers. And what I'm here to tell you is there's a whole nother market. And we can call this a blue ocean strategy. You can compete where everybody's competing, or you can add a strategy to your business. Hey everybody, this is Michael Reese. I'm a digital marketing expert. I'm a real estate agent, and I'm a coach, and I train both brokers, real estate teams, and agents how to exponentially grow their business. And I teach them how to do it using social media, which is a content strategy, digital marketing, all online. And if you'd like to do that and learn how to do that to get more listings, to build your team, then make sure that you subscribe to my channel, because I put out new content like this content every single week that'll help you build a business that works harder for you than you do for it. It's better to live a life by strategy than a life by transaction. So first, when I started working with real estate investors, I simply started by identifying people that were looking to invest in real estate property. And there wasn't a shortage of them. But what I quickly learned is that there were so many people out there that it was easier to find the actual investment and then find the buyer second. So I started working on compelling marketing that I could put out into the marketplace. I ended up wrapping my car, and I ended up actually giving the program a name called the Immediate Buyout Program, which worked really good with my other messaging, which was a guaranteed home sale. In your market right now, there's probably investment opportunities that currently exist, and those opportunities probably exist with homes that need work. If you use language like homes in any condition, fast sell, cash offers, the question is do they work in the pandemic? And I'm here to tell you yes. And the reason I know that is being a real estate agent, I've always kept my ear to the real estate investor community. And if you are seeing a lot of agents out there have a lot of momentum, if they're saying the market is hot, investors are saying the same thing. But the reason they're saying it is because their marketing's working. The same marketing that works in real estate, whether that's doing online pay-per-click, whether that's doing offline direct mail, or whether that's running billboards or television commercials or radio ads, the messaging that you put into the market actually attracts the people. Here's the pros about working with an investor. My first year in the business, I actually had probably an estimate of half of my transactions come from 4 people. Now, those 4 individuals shared with me that they were looking to invest in real estate and let me know that if I ever found a property that matched their criteria, that they would be interested in purchasing it. I started layering that into everything I did. Every traditional homeowner I met, I asked them, would they be interested in a cash offer on their home? With every script I used during prospecting, I would ask the other person on the other line of the phone, and I would tell them, hey, we have an immediate buyout program, and it works exactly like it sounds. If you'd be interested in finding out how you could receive a cash offer. And in today's market, I could actually tell them how they could receive multiple cash offers on their home and skip the hassle of the traditional home selling process. You see, marketing is what helps you not only find the properties, but it also helps you find the investor. And so my suggestion is there's a lot of different things you can do. You can create a Facebook group dedicated to good deals, off-market properties in your market. You could also do workshops or live events. Live events are great. You can do webinars. You can do Facebook events. Those are all places where you can teach people how to invest in the first property property, how to invest in multiple properties. But here's the benefit. When you work with an investor, not only are they going to usually buy the property from you, they're going to fix up the property and then they're going to sell it. Helping a buyer turn into a listing, usually with the home that's going to be updated and with the seller who's not occupying the property and his motivation is to sell and typically has equity, gives you an entire different situation than working with the traditional home seller. And the best part is if you can figure out a system that works with marketing. So for us, what we do is we built a cash offer funnel. We go into the marketplace with an advertisement that is getting the attention of the marketplace by having a value proposition that says we will make a cash offer on your home no matter the condition, but we appeal to their timing. So we say within 24 hours, 48 hours, 78 hours. Because this is a top of funnel ad, in a perfect world, we would already have purchased the property and we would lead with maybe a testimonial. So we could share the story as a case study of how an individual invested in a property and what the return on investment is. Then we could use the same vehicle, which is online, to find the properties. You have two messages, one to find investors, you have one message in order to find the properties. That advertisement, once they click on it, they're going to go to a landing page where we always use step one. And step one is going to be a landing page where we're going to ask them to put in their home address. Now, this is a multi-step process. And here's the reason why, is we know that for us, when we use these types of marketing funnels, a multi-step checkout process, that we've had up to 62% of our actual closings come from individuals that engage with the marketing headline, want a cash offer on your home, land on the landing page, put in their address, and then they don't give us their email or phone number. Well, here's the best part. What if you knew of 30 different individuals in your market, their actual home addresses, that responded to an ad that says, receive a cash offer on your home? Do you think a person who is not interested in selling their home is going to interact with that? I'm not saying you're not going to have a handful of looky-loos. That's going to happen. Maybe even some Donald Ducks. But at the end of the day, you don't have to have a lot of people go through the entire process in order to make this profitable. Now, once we get the address, no different than an expired, we can append that address by going and looking up the phone number. And here's what we do. If we append an address for someone who's looking on a cash offer, I'm going to simply call them up and either do a survey if I don't feel like I have the ability to articulate the program, and I'm going to try to take them down that traditional path. And the survey is going to say, hey, we're doing a home ownership survey. Just curious if you're planning on selling your home in the next 12 months. Someone who is looking for a cash offer is going to say yes to that. No different than someone whose home expired, or maybe just someone who lives in a neighborhood. Those individuals, they behaved in a certain way before the call that predisposed them to probably being on the list of wanting to sell. So once you've identified those individuals, you can now take them through the traditional listing path. And if you do have the cash offer, you can make that to them over the phone. The second way that I did it, which was my preferable method, is to just simply be direct with them. Hey, I noticed that you were on our website. We were curious if you were looking to sell in your home. We do offer an immediate buyout program. I would explain how the program works. And a lot of the times those individuals would want to sell their home. You're gonna also be able to do your traditional marketing. I did a guaranteed sell program, found tons of people who simply wanted a cash offer, and I never mentioned the cash offer. I just mentioned the guaranteed sell. I came into contact with people whose motivations might have been specifically because somebody in their family was really sick and they needed to move quickly. And they wanted a cash offer because that was what was important to them. Well, if I have a list of investors and I have people that are super motivated, that offer does not have to be accepted. You just have to bring them an offer. Now you fulfilled your promise. If they're not interested in that offer, you can always give them the option to sell to a traditional homeowner that's someone who's actually going to be an owner occupant and probably going to pay more money for them. Regardless, these are conversations that you can have. And since marketing's job is to put someone into a sales process, if their goal is really to sell for more, you can leverage vendors who will do repairs and pay at closing. You can demonstrate your expertise and go into your traditional listing presentation. At the end of the day, if your goal is to get listings, you're going to get more listings based upon the more offers you put in the market. And so by branding yourself as the person that has an investor network or is willing to buy the house is great positioning, and it puts you in a position of authority. If you're not doing it as something to check out, I want to end with this note. It's all about return on investment. One of the things people don't understand when working with cash offers is you're not going to get a bunch of leads, but they're going to convert so much higher. Your lead costs might be higher, but your ROI will too. And it's something that once you install it in your business like an oil well, it will continue to pump month in and month out for your business. So if you're not working with investors, you should definitely consider it. And if you just simply want to get more listings, then make sure you go check out listingclass.com. Listingclass.com is a place that we update every month, usually 45 days, with the best offers that are working right now. And we actually show you the landing pages, the images, we show you the campaigns, everything so that you can swipe and deploy it in your business. It works in Portland, Orlando, Virginia, Houston, even Tulsa, Oklahoma. If in this market you're having a challenge of getting more listings and you want to know what's working best, head over to listingclass.com. There's a video there. You can watch it and it'll walk you through what I've seen working best. If you're not making as much money in your real estate business as you want, it's simply you haven't learned something yet. And so by watching that video, I guarantee you're going to learn something. And if you like watching videos like this, then make sure you head down to below this video and smash that like button and leave a comment. And while you're down there, subscribe and turn on notifications, again, because I put out content like this all the time and I want you to be notified. And remember, I've helped literally hundreds of agents exponentially grow their business. They grew their business on their own. All I did was help them think a little differently, and I hope this video helped you think differently. And remember, the best life to live is a life by strategy, not by transaction. See you in the next one.